person, what do you have on Bigfoot? Oh, I got coffee cups, I got bumper stickers, I got posters. Fantastic. I said, do you have any eyewitness? Give me just a moment. Let me see if I can get those numbers for you. Well, the two numbers that he gave me was a gentleman named John Green and another gentleman named Bob Titmus, and they both lived in Harrison Hot Springs, British Columbia. He said they'd been through here a couple of years ago, and he sees this animal, creature, whatever, that walked upright. He said it was about 7.5 feet tall, chestnut brown in color. He said what was just so remarkable was the size of it, and then you could basically see this was a very powerful animal. And he watched it walk along the beach for a long time. I mean, my phone bill was British Columbia. Changed from then on. I thought, whoa. I said, there's got to be something to this. I said, it's either the most amazing animal that we have on this planet or the greatest hoax ever created. So I proceeded to talk to him, and they told me he's so meticulous. He'd go through the woods and find little bitty hairs that something had left on a tree branch or something. He said, I followed that trail of this thing, and as you watch the film, it goes on up this mountain. And he says, up on this ridge, there was pebbles about the size of a golf ball that were covered with green moss. He said you could see where this thing had set its heels down into the pebbles and where its buttocks had set down. And from this vantage point where this animal was at, it had a perfect view of the valley below. In other words, while those guys were pouring plaster in those footprints and making those casts, this thing was watching at the same time. So one of the arguments on it is, why did it stay in the open? Well, I've sat in a room with a couple people of knowledge, Native Americans, and they said, you know, it's kind of like the bird with the broken wing. Stays in the open to keep the predator away from someone else, its baby. Because Bob Gimlin told me they found 3 different sizes of footprints in that area. The one that this animal left had a 16-inch footprint. So basically it was staying in the open. That's a theory because there was 2 others in the general vicinity. Straight ahead, there's no hesitation whatsoever, and we'll take a look at it here.
Okay, let's see the film.
An email from a gentleman, and he had read about some of my reports that I filed on the internet. It was a 23-inch footprint with an 8-foot stride that was about 5 inches wide. And I think that they might have those on our pictures that we brought to share with you today. That's probably threw him for a loop there.
Okay.
But we'll have a chance to look at it. Well,